to get into college. We'll tell you how with Beatrice Pacheco from St. Xavier High School. Coming up next year, News Radio 840 WHAS.
From the traininfo.com Heating and Cooling Traffic Center, News Radio 840 WHAS, Firely Ford Nissan, traffic and weather on the 10s. Big delays in Bullitt County this morning on 65 southbound with a crash working just before Lebanon Junction. Traffic's backed up all the way back to Claremont. Also watch for an accident on 64 eastbound near 9th Street downtown. Traffic's backed up almost back to the Sherman-Menton Bridge. And normal delays on 64 eastbound between the Georgetown ramps and 150 in Floyd County. Also watch for a stalled vehicle 64 westbound near the Georgia Powers Expressway. And another accident up on the Waterson eastbound near Shelbyville Road. Our next report in 10 minutes. I'm Bobby Ellis, News Radio 840 WHAS.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
WLKY weather. Don't let the sun fool you. It's not going to warm up too much. Here's Matt Milosevic to tell you why.
Boy, no kidding, Tony. We are 14 degrees right now. At least that's what I'm looking at the thermometer outside our studio doors. So we've got mid-teens to start the morning. And with a lot of sunshine, the best highs are going to do is just 38 degrees. Now, it's better than yesterday where we stayed stuck in the 20s through the afternoon. But our average high is 59. So we're going to stay upwards of 20 degrees below that today. So get ready for more cold air. And even as we trend a little milder tomorrow with highs near 45, it's still going to be well below normal. So the chill lasts for your Thursday. Friday's high only in the mid-40s, and we'll keep it in the 40s even as we start the weekend Saturday. At least by Sunday into Monday and Tuesday of next week, the 50s come back. We do look to stay dry, though, for the next 7 days. That's your latest WLKY forecast. I'm Matt Milosevic.
All right, I don't want you to freak out. But Thanksgiving's in 2 weeks. Well, almost. 2 weeks in a day, right? So that's why I want you to call Zero Res. If you've got some freaky stuff happening on your rugs, your carpets, your upholstery, Zero Res is here to help. Zero Res uses powered water. It's electrolyzed water that uses no soap, no harsh chemicals. You get it? And this electrolyzed water is amazing because it actually lifts the dirt, the grime, the mildew, the mold, anything else that inside or on your surfaces without those use of those harsh chemicals and detergents, which, by the way, can also, over time, mat down your carpet. Your carpet's going to look like mine did at our older home back when we had the Baltimore carpeting in the basement. That is like new. Go ahead. Call Zero S today. Get this special deal. For just $109, they're going to clean 3 rooms of carpet. Then they'll go in the hallway for free if you mention, hey, Tony Cruz told me to call you. So here's the number, 502-909-3990. Got it? 909-3990. Zero Res, as in zero residue. In fact, they're the #1 cleaning system in the nation by an independent testing laboratory. Find out why. Go to ZeroResLouisville.com. That's CEROREZ. ZeroResLouisville.com, or call them 502-909-3990 and tell them Tony Cruz sent you to Zero Res.
Broadcasting live 24/7 from the Don Howard Plumbing, Heating and Air Studios. This is News Radio 840 WHAS. You don't have to wait until Black Friday. Deals are available now at Stapleton. Save up to $800 off Gorilla basketball goals. Begin your holiday shopping now at Stapleton.
Open for fun at Stapleton.
Genesis Diamond's biggest and final sale of the year is here this weekend. The annual Fall Extravaganza. You save 20-25 up to 35% store-wide. Rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, and more. They break all the rules for this once-a-year event. It's like shopping 50 stores all at once, with 12 exclusive designers bringing in their entire collections all on sale. Better than Black Friday prices. Aggressive financing options. This
I'm just stuck in traffic for 40 minutes.
Sunday only, and only at Genesis Diamond, Shelbyville Road.
I probably should have just turned around and went back home and said, hey, I can't make it. Traffic.
Back or shoulder that makes it hard to live your life and do simple things like work out or even go for a walk? Hi, I'm Donna Taylor, founder of CBD Labs. If you're one of the millions that suffer with discomfort, you really need to try CBD Labs, the gold standard in CBD. CBD Labs is full spectrum.
I left my work phone at home anyways.
CBD Labs goes to work in just minutes. My knee and shoulder discomfort was so frustrating I had trouble moving around. So we researched CBD from the hemp plant that contains no THC and created the most concentrated CBD product available. It works so well, we guarantee it. Problem solved. So call now to find out how to get a free bottle of CBD Labs. Oh yeah, we also created an ebook on everything and anything CBD that is your free gift.
To get your free bottle of CBD Labs CBD oil, call 800-605-3136. That's 800-605-3136. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-605-3136. 800-605-3136.
Hey, it's me, Tony Cruz. There's nothing I like better than great sleep. But if you have sleep apnea and struggle with CPAP, great sleep can be hard to come by. The cleaning, the noise, the mask, the red marks on your face when you wake up, and it isn't exactly the most romantic thing to wear at night. Well, if you've been struggling with CPAP, there's now an alternative that can help you get great sleep with just the click of a button. It's called Inspire. Inspire is the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea
hitting like 7 miles an hour on, it should be 70.
With a click of a remote. That's right, a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. If you have sleep apnea, great sleep awaits at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. Inspire's not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you. And review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Since 1959, Abrams Roofing and Sheet Metal has been built on quality and reputation, and they continue that today. Large or small, Abrams Roofing and Sheet Metal covers it all, taking care of all aspects to produce quality roofing. Call 361-7777 or visit AbramsRoofing.com. Hi, Rick Edelman here. Join me this Saturday for the answers to all your questions on investments, taxes, planning for retirement, mortgages, getting your kids into college, and more. It's the Rick Edelman Show every Saturday at noon on News Radio 840 AM WHAS. Louisville basketball takes on NDNC. Coverage begins tonight at 6:30 on News Radio 840 WHAS.
You're the parent of a child with, say, dyslexia or some other learning difference. We've got the person you need to listen to right now. So you and the kiddo can wind up, or the kiddo can wind up in college, hopefully, or with a trade school. Beatrice Pacheco is joining us from St. Xavier High School. She's the Learning Differences Resource Coordinator. And Beatrice, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing just great. So what kind of children are we talking about that have these learning differences that the parents can find some help and hope with at St. Xavier?
Yeah, well, absolutely. This is a program, actually Accommodate is the program that we're going to talk about, and so it's not exclusive to St. Xavier. We're talking about a program that is being hosted by the Archdiocese of Louisville. And so it's a college career fair for students, particularly those who have diagnosed learning disabilities. We know that about 20% of the general population does have some sort of learning disability, anywhere from ADHD to anxiety to dyslexia, dysgraphia.
Pretty certain if I had
as a matter of fact,
started ways up earlier,
suffer from a reading disability, so that's not a very commonly known
other
fact.
than when I saw traffic,
College career
they told me
fair,
to get
however,
off
is
over there
particularly
and
targeting
take Preston
seniors
Highway
and juniors who are
almost the
seeking
entire way
support
down
services
to
after high school. And it's sponsored each year in
Midtown.
November by the Archdiocese of Louisville. Its location rotates amongst the Catholic high schools, so this year Trinity High School is going to be hosting the event. It is open to the public, and students from private, public, or even homeschool settings are all invited to attend.
All right, what night is this going to be again, please?
So this is going to be held on Thursday, November 21st from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And again, it's at Trinity High School. And we have representatives from a variety of colleges and universities. So, and additionally, other alternative post-secondary programs. And they're going to provide information to students and parents looking for answers to questions like how will this particular college, university, or career preparation program address the needs of students with specific learning disabilities? And what are alternative options to a four-year college track? And even what community resources are available to support students as they move into the next phase of preparation for life after high school?
Seems like these, I like
wonderful. So,
automatics.
A lot of people think, oh,
I'm
they're
having
not
to
going to be able to go to college, or
clutch
my
gas.
child will never be able to go to college
Clutch
or trade
gas.
school, whatever
Clutch
the case
gas.
may be. But it's not so.
First
And
neutral,
as you
first
mentioned,
neutral, first
20%
neutral multiple times.
of, young people
So I don't want to ride my
suffer
clutch
from,
and burn it
some
out.
form of
I
learning
also don't want to
difference.
constantly shift in and out.
Absolutely.
So
And
very careful
learning
balance.
disabilities and IQ do not correlate. Really, when you look
There's
at
a
somebody who
semi
has, for example,
rolling
dyslexia,
down
the
passenger
IQ may be
on the
very
shoulder.
disparate from their ability to decode. But what we do know about dyslexia is that we have constrained surface level skills that a person has to learn
It's a
to be able to
record.
read, and those are phonemic awareness, fluency, decoding. And there's only a certain number of skills that you have to learn to be able to do that. However, we really target those unconstrained reading skills, which are deep level skills, such as visualization, vocabulary, and
As y'all
comprehension.
see, I got a while
because
before I
that's
get
where
past
the
this.
student truly is going to be able to excel. And things like just providing the opportunity to be able to use text-to-voice features on an iPad can help a student with dyslexia immensely.
Great to talk with you, Beatrice. If anyone wants to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Sure. If you would like to call to the Archdiocese, the contact is Lori Weiter, Weiter, and the number is 502-585-3291.
All right, find out more. Trinity High School, November 21st, 6 to 7:30. The learning differences that your child can be helped being worked with colleges, ADHD, anxiety, dyslexia, just a field of stuff that they're going to treat. That's at Trinity High School, 6 to 7:30, a week from tomorrow. 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock, Paul Rogers standing by. What a night it was in Lexington, and not in a good way for the Cats. I'll tell you why. The first will Clarkcast headlines.
Thanks, Tony. Here are the stories we're following this morning. The impeachment inquiry goes public today. We'll have a preview from ABC. 3 Southern Indiana judges get suspensions after their incident at an Indianapolis White Castle. And we'll get the latest national news, other than the impeachment, plus traffic and weather, up in 10 minutes on Kentuckiana's Morning News.
From the Campbellsville University Louisville Traffic Center, News Radio 840 WHAS, Firely Ford Nissan, traffic and weather on the 10s. Coming into Floyd County this morning, watch for delays on 64 eastbound between the Georgetown ramps and 150 itself. Stacking up, coming out of the knobs and down to the ramps there at I-64. Then you hit another slowdown coming across the Sherman-Benton Bridge because of an accident between 22nd Street and 9th Street. 64 westbound slowing at the Waterson ramps. A little busy coming up 65 northbound between the Waterson Expressway and Hospital Curve, and 65 southbound in Bullitt County. Trying to clear up an accident down near Lebanon Junction. Traffic still backed up in that area. Our next report in 10 minutes. I'm Bobby Ellis, News Radio 840 WHAS.
This report is sponsored by Sylvania Automotive. It's that time of year again. Headlight savings time. When the night gets darker and you need a fresh pair of headlights that are up to the task. Can't remember the last time you replaced your headlight bulbs? Well, now is the time. Visit Sylvania-automotive.com to find your perfect bulb.
Popo.
Now, the DFH Heating and Air Conditioning forecast.
Bye, Popo.
Well, fall, what happened? Here's Matt Belosis from WLKY with the weather.
I mean, we started out the season near 100 degrees, and now we're not even halfway through November, and we've got snow on the ground in teens, Tony. It's been a little wild here over the last month or so, and it's going to continue to be on the cold side of that for the next several days. And just to put it in perspective, we're 16 degrees right now at the airport in the metro. The last time we saw, or last winter, we didn't get temperatures in the middle teens until January 20th. So we're a bit ahead of schedule, to say the least. And highs only near 38 today, lows down to 30 tonight, so not as cold this morning. And at least we'll get into the 40s for Thursday and Friday, with highs of 45 tomorrow, 46 Friday. We'll keep it in the mid-40s Saturday, and finally get back to the 50s, which is closer to normal Sunday into early next week. That's your WLKY forecast. I'm Matt Milosevic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Indeed, used by over 3 million businesses for hiring, where business owners and HR professionals can post job openings with screener questions, then sort, review, and communicate with candidates from an online dashboard. Learn more at Indeed.com/hire.
ASI Plumbing is my plumber. You need to go to ASIPlumbing.com right now. You've got a slow drip that could turn into a big one, or maybe your water heater's having problems. Get a water heater, fully 6-year tanks. 6-year tank warranty and parts warranty, plus a 1-year workmanship warranty for just $9.99. That's 40-gallon natural gas or electric, almost 15% off the regular price. ASI Plumbing or ASIPlumbing.com, 271-1331. Service the way it should be. Please tell them Tony Cruz sent you.
Hi, everybody. Bob Sokoler, the Sokoler team, Remax Properties East on the next Louisville Real Estate Show. 7 reasons to be a no-shoes house. Buying or selling, we want to help. Join me, Bob Sokoler, the Louisville Real Estate Show this Sunday, 8:30 a.m. on News Radio 840 WHAS. You don't have to wait until Black Friday. Deals are available now at Stapleton. Save thousands on pool tables. Stapleton has over 30 different models to choose from. Plus, we have free delivery and installation. Begin your holiday shopping now at Stapleton. Hey, it's Tony Finetti. I got to admit, it's hard for me to relate with the idea of retirement. I'm here every day doing my thing, and I'm hoping that will continue for the next 15 years, but there's one thing I can relate with, and that's the worry about whether I'll be able to retire, worrying about the stock market, what that's going to do, and worrying about whether my money's going to last. You know, what I'd really like to do, I'd like to retire all those worries, and I know you'd like to do the same. That's why you need to call Mercurial Wealth Advisors. Not only can they help you build a written retirement plan when you retire in the future, but they can also help you retire your worries today about having enough income after you quit working. Call 253-9366 and ask for your complimentary retirement 360 game plan. That's 253-9366 or online at Louisville'sRetirementCoach.com. Investment advisory services are offered through Mercurial Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor.
Holiday Magic, brought to you by Shane Company.
Diamond hoop earring, because you love the way she lights up a room.
A sparkling mosaic pendant with shades of pink sapphires, because pink is her favorite color.
A diamond tennis bracelet, because she gives so much and deserves the very best.
The magic of Shane Company jewelry is that it allows you to capture your story with something that will last forever. Our holiday collection has great gifts from $100 to thousands. Our non-commissioned sales team is warm and welcoming. We'll help you find perfect gifts, like our classic diamond gifts that you'll treasure forever. Our diamond tennis bracelets, solitaire studs, and decorative earring jackets are beautifully designed, made to last a lifetime, and will sparkle from across the room. When you spend $400 or more on a gift, you'll receive our Shane Company Forever Link necklace for free while supplies last.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Let me ask, do you have discomfort or problems with your knee, back, or shoulder that makes it hard to live your life and do simple things like work out or even go for a walk? Hi, I'm Donna Taylor, founder of CBD Labs. If you're one of the millions that suffer with discomfort, you really need to try CBD Labs, the gold standard in CBD. CBD Labs is full-spectrum CBD, tested in FDA labs, and goes to work in just minutes. My knee and shoulder discomfort was so frustrating I had trouble moving around. So we researched CBD from the hemp plant that contains no THC and created the most concentrated CBD product available. It works so well, we guarantee it. Problem solved. So call now to find out how to get a free bottle of CBD Labs. Oh yeah, we also created an ebook on everything and anything CBD that is your free gift.
To get your free bottle of CBD Labs CBD oil, call 800-605-3136. That's 800-605-3136. Free bottles for a limited time. Call now. 800-605-3136. 800-605-3136.
Halloween may be over, but its remnants are on your carpets. Get rid of those horrid stains right now with Zero Res. Tony Cruz here. Call today and have your carpets cleaned for $109. They'll throw in the hallway for free when you mention my name. 502-909-3990 or log on to ZeroResLouisville.com.
I'm Lauren Bright Pacheco, and I wanted to introduce you to my new podcast, Murder in Oregon. It dives into the mysterious killing of Michael Franke, a high-ranking political official in Salem, Oregon. The murder has remained unsolved for 30 years. It's a riveting and emotional tale of corruption, bravery, and deep family bonds. iHeartRadio is #1 for podcasts, and it's easy to see why. Find Murder in Oregon on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
7:57, it's time for sports. Here's Paul.
Evansville Aces, they aced Kentucky last night.
It's it up to Riley, 10 to shoot. Riley, top of the circle, hesitates. Down the lane, right-hand Richards flips up a wild shot that won't go. Gets his own rebound and follows it up and in. 65-60 Evansville with a minute and a half to play.
And they would hold on and beat Kentucky last night, 67-64. KJ Riley, as he showed there, his 18 points. This is really no fluke, said Coach Cal.
We got beat today, and we got beat good. The score's not an indicator. They out-rebounded us. They made 9 threes. We got to play better offensively. We had 64 points.
Yeah, not a good night for the Cats as they fall at home to Evansville, 67-64. Tonight, Louisville is at home. They take on an Indiana State team that brings in some veteran players, says Coach Mack.
Coach Miller just wants me to be more aggressive on the floor, and I thought my teammates...
This type of game reminds me of Lipscomb of Vermont from a year ago, where they're going to be really good this year, a lot better than last year. It's going to be a good win in our book.
If they win, you know what conference Indiana State belongs to? Missouri Valley. Same as Evansville.
How about that?
So, card fans and cards, be on your toes tonight.
You ready to roll? All right, minute out. Your news next in 60 seconds, right here.
Those who protect our lives and defend our freedom, you are our true heroes.
I'm Hank Davis.
And I'm Hank's daughter, Ashley, from Davis Jewelers. If you're active duty military, Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, or Coast Guard,
Or one of our brave first responders, police, fire, paramedic, or EMT.
when you come into Davis Jewelers, you get our special Heroes discount on almost every purchase.
Just present us with your current military or service ID.
We're Louisville's largest, most trusted jeweler, and service is at the heart of what we do. With our in-house
watch and jewelry repair department.
So whether you're thinking about getting engaged, need the perfect gift, or simply need something repaired, we are here for you.
It's our way at Davis Jewelers of giving back to those who give the most.
Because the sound you hear isn't noise. This is the sound of freedom. Davis Jewelers, Forest Green Boulevard, just off North Hirschborn Parkway, and at davisjewelers.com.
Kentuckiana's breaking news, weather, and traffic station. News Radio 840, WHAS, Louisville, an iHeart radio station.
The impeachment is coming to your living room whether you want it to or not. It's 8 o'clock. I'm Will Clark. News
Aha, joke's on you.
WHAS.
I don't watch
The coverage
TV.
from Capitol Hill in a minute after traffic and weather on the Thames.
As you roll up through Floyd County this morning, normal delays on 64 eastbound between the Georgetown ramps and US 150. Then you hit another slowdown coming through New Albany and over the Sherman-Menton Bridge because of an accident on 64 eastbound just past 22nd Street before 9th Street. So traffic's backed up there. Also up on the Waterson Expressway, we have an accident working eastbound near Crittenden Drive and the airport. 65 southbound backed up in Bullitt County. We have an accident south 65 before Lebanon Junction. Traffic's backed up all the way back past Claremont. Our next report in 10 minutes. I'm Bobby Ellis, News Radio 840 WHAS.
I'm WOKY meteorologist Matt Milosevic with your Wednesday forecast. We're going to continue the unseasonably chilly air with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Expect highs only near 38. Tonight, just a few passing clouds, lows down to 30. For your Thursday, a mix of clouds and sunshine, highs near 45 degrees. We'll keep it on the cool side Friday with sunny skies. We'll round out the week at 46. We'll keep it in the 40s Saturday, but 50s return Sunday. That's your WLKY forecast. I'm Matt Milosevic. It's 16, a wind chill of 8 at News Radio 840 WHAS. We start this hour on Capitol Hill.
The first witnesses in the public phase of the House impeachment inquiry will appear on Capitol Hill in less than 3 hours. Former ambassador to Ukraine, Bill Taylor, will be the first to testify, followed by senior State Department official George Kent. ABC's Mary Bruce has more on what they've already said behind closed doors.
Bill Taylor, the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, has testified it was his, quote, clear understanding that Ukraine would not receive nearly $400 million in military aid until they agreed to investigate the Bidens. An arrangement he described as crazy. Kent called American-Ukraine policy a snake pit, led by the president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, whom he accused of running a campaign of slander and lies.
The White House is preparing to push back on testimony. A senior official tells ABC News that communications and legal team staffers will be monitoring the witnesses and responding in real time to what they say. With continuing coverage of the House impeachment hearing, I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
The president has a clear schedule until noon today. That means he'll likely see some of the impeachment hearings taking place. Karen Travers is at the White House with more.
President Trump has a meeting with senators, squeezed into a busy day of events with Turkey's President Erdogan. The White House calls this a legislative engagement with select members of the Senate. A senior official tells ABC that the president and the White House have engaged in an extensive outreach over the last month to Republican members of Congress, meeting with 80 members of the White House, hosting movie nights, and also hosting 40 members for meetings at Camp David, all part of drumming up Republican support for the president in the impeachment inquiry. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
You'll hear coverage of the proceedings all day here on News Radio 840 WHAS, and you can expect to see it on pretty much every TV channel you have. It's 8:03 at News Radio 840 WHAS. The Indiana Supreme Court suspending 3 Southern Indiana judges involved in the shooting incident at an Indianapolis White Castle.
The Indiana Supreme Court says the judges discredited the entire judiciary by getting in a drunken street fight during a state judicial conference. Crawford Circuit Judge Sabrina Bell and Clark Circuit Judge Brad Jacobs have been suspended for a month. Clark Circuit Judge Andrew Adams, who pleaded guilty to misdemeanor battery, is off the bench for 2 months. In Indianapolis, Eric Berman, News Radio 84 WHAS.
The Houston Astros general manager is Jeff Lundau. He spoke to reporters at the Major League Baseball general managers meetings, answering questions about an article that showed up in The Athletic reporting allegations of sign stealing by the Astros to gain an advantage over opposing teams, though he will address whether or not he was aware of the allegations, instead referring to a statement the team made and saying they'll ensure they've looked over all the facts before saying anything else.
I'm going to have to refer to the statement at this point. We're going to find out
as much as we can, whatever there is to find out, and we'll make a determination after that of what, how we handle it and how MLB handles it.
The general manager says he's spoken with Astros manager A.J. Hinch about the issue. The Astros, of course, losing the World Series this year to the Washington Nationals. Your next news update coming at 8:30. I'm Will Clark, News Radio 840 WHAS, Kentuckiana's breaking news, weather, and traffic station.
Your shot at $1,000 now. Text this nationwide keyword, BLUE, to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's BLUE to 200-200. Your next chance to win is this morning after the 9 o'clock news on News Radio 840 WHAS.
So we're going to talk to Ryan Burrow more about the Astros pitcher admitting his team cheated. Why would you do that?
Which is what every baseball team is doing right now.
Well, of course they do.
Well, as a Cardinals fan, I enjoyed this sweet karma because the Astros lost their minds because apparently they didn't think to change their passwords, and the Cardinals got caught up in some sort of scouting fiasco.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently somebody's password was password 1234. And so now, the karma train's coming back to freight train them.
Well, there's that. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have, this fire is going to be called Grinch Hardware. There's a luxury department store called Harrods, so there wouldn't be hardware.
Not familiar with their work, but...
They're in London.
Okay.
They're the most famous luxury department store, and they can...
evidently not that famous.
They're now infamous.
Oh, okay.
For this. They're under scrutiny this week after report surfaced that it's reserving visits to Santa Claus, its famous Christmas grotto, to Green Tier 2 reward holders. That means you spend over $2,500 for your kid to sit on the big red man.
So once you put down the cash, you can go sit on Santa's lap.
$2,500 minimum requirement.
If I go to the mall, it's free.
That's what I'm saying. What people will do is they'll just take their kids elsewhere. It's not that big. I mean, for at least for parents, I don't think it's that big of a deal because they can just take their kids somewhere else.
Well, clearly London doesn't have a Bass Pro Shop because not only is it free there, but they'll give you the free picture.
Right.
Yeah.
The tradition at Harrods dates back over 60 years. Kids could have their photos taken with Santa anytime. They reserved a slot because it was very, very popular.
Yeah.
In fact, up until last year, anyone was able to reserve a slot with Santa, but Harrods now changed the policy in 2018 to cope with the overwhelming demand.
Well, in my best guess, and I don't shop
my
at Harrods.
best guess is that they just don't want anybody that wears anything that they deem inappropriate to their place. Look,
I could throw down $2,500 and show up dressed inappropriately.
Well, I don't think it's. I think they'll take either way. I think what it is most people that shop at Harrods in London, and I haven't done that ever. But I'm willing to bet that most parents that shop there are willing to put down the $2,500, and because now what you do is you become a member of an exclusive club.
Oh yeah, Santa Club.
This sounds like the kind of place where people are drinking tea with their pinky in the air.
Well, and people that plunk down, and I'm not saying everybody who shops at Harrods does this, but people will then have that picture of their son or daughter with Santa at Harrods to display in their social circles.
Yes. And he'll fill it with that.
It's exactly what's going to happen. I think it's actually, if you're out there to make money, that's going to be a money grab for them because it sounds like they did well last year.
Yeah, because at least in America, thanks to Miracle on 34th Street, going to see Santa at Macy's is kind of that Christmassy thing to do.
Well, this would be
does Macy's charge?
No, I don't know. I hope not.
Well, but see, this is the beauty of capitalism. If Harrods wants to charge $2,500 for your kids to sit with Santa, they're fully entitled to do that and make a lot of money and pad their shareholders in exactly if that's what they want to do. So, I don't fault them for doing it because see a need, fill a need. Any of us who are business owners, is it right? No.
I think I'm approaching the accident.
Epstein didn't kill himself beer?
Probably
Looks
not.
like everybody needs to be getting over to this left.
Scotty?
No, I don't do themed beers. I don't.
A brewery in northern Michigan has come up with this in Mackinac City. Well, have you ever been to Mackinac City?
Yeah, I went there this summer.
Oh, that's right. That's where you went. That's the McFly. The beer was added to the brewery's lineup last week. It's selling very well. Alyssa Klinger with Rusty Smoke says it doesn't matter who you are, people think it's funny. I like.
Yeah, most themed beers, most time they try to go like what I call the Disney theme park of beers. When you try to go a gimmicky beer like that, it's usually a pretty bad beer to start with. That's why you have to gimmick it.
Apparently, there's a
right.
there's a beer in California because the power company there is PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric.
Yeah.
It's catching some flack for its having to turn the power off to keep the state from bursting into flames. So apparently, someone who got their power turned off has created a beer. It's called F-word PG&E, but the F word is spelled out.
Yeah.
And apparently, the power company's employees are far from pleased with this beverage.
But they're not.
Yeah.
When you were talking about beer in Michigan, we'll talk about this later because we're heavy on spots, so we got to get out of here. But the founders, the Michigan Brewery, was in front with their Detroit tap room.
What?
There's been a change in that story, too, so maybe sometime we'll catch up with that.
That's it, 8:35, 10 after 8, News Radio 840 WHS. Keep with the Astros. Glenn Burrow has the story now.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
News Radio 840 WHAS, Firely Ford Nissan, traffic and weather on the 10s.
Big delays in Bullitt County this morning because of an accident involving a semi and some other vehicles on 65 southbound before Lebanon Junction. Only getting by in the left-hand lane there, so traffic's backed up. 64 eastbound stacked up through Floyd County between the Georgetown ramps and 150. Then you slow down again through New Albany and over the Sherman-Menton Bridge because of a crash 64 eastbound between 22nd Street and 9th Street. Also watch for a stalled vehicle 64 eastbound and 65 in the junction. On the Waterston Expressway eastbound, you're trying to drive a crash and also watch for another problem with an abandoned vehicle on the Waterston eastbound.
Either dead or in a lot of pain.
Our next report in 10 minutes.
And that's the ambulance I saw earlier, riding back up north.
Get your free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO credit score. A technical scorecard won't hurt your credit. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
So, those who don't know, a
wall carpeting, that is, was dry in 5 hours. Not 2 days, 5 hours. Why don't you call Zero Res for yourself to find out more? 502-909-3998. In fact, check out Zero Res' great deal. 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109. Sure, not Thanksgiving, and they'll go in the hallway for free. Find out more. Go to ZeroResGlobal.com and see how Zero Res uses power water. ZeroResGlobal.com and tell them Tony Cruz sent you. Do you need electronic supplies? We'll call Fearless. 833-776-74. What does Cruz say to Han and Leia when they split up? Yeah, she's got lots of jokes. Make it for be weak. What's that? What's the word? Oh, Leia, that's no joke. So then, check in for our traffic update. News Radio 840 WHAS. Hey, Tony Penny, I got to admit, it's hard for me to relate with the idea of retirement. I'm here every day doing my thing, and I'm hoping that will continue for the next 15 years, but there's one thing I can relate with, and that's the worry about whether I'll take retirement, worrying about the stock market, what that's going to do, worrying about whether my money's going to, what I really like to do is like to retire all those worries. And I know you like Steve saying, that's why you need to call Mercurial Wealth Advisors. Not only can they help you build a rich retirement plan when you retire in the future, but they also help you retire your worries today about having enough income. That's secret work. Call 253-9366 and ask for your complimentary retirement 360-day plan. That's 253-9366 or online at LouisvilleRetirementCoach.com. Investment advisory services are offered through Mercurial Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor.
It's here, the biggest and final sale of the year at Genesis Diamonds. The annual fall extravaganza. Incredible store-wide savings. 20, 25, up to 35% off. And a selection that's like shopping 50 stores at once. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, plus a dozen top ring designers have floated their entire collections just for this. All of it on sale. Best prices all year. Huge savings store-wide. Plus special financing this weekend only, Friday through Sunday. Only at Genesis